Oh, started already. Hello. Welcome to the Lighthouse. Still getting used to saying the new name. Welcome to the Lighthouse. I am Shine. Again, no pun intended. Um, what we have here is the Law of Attraction spread. I've done this before on my channel. Um, so we're doing it again. Plus, because since I'm changing things up a little, people sometimes still like to hear signs or close to signs, um, be it like groups, like water signs, not individual, um, because they feel somehow, and again, general messages, collective messages will more than likely resonate too. Because if you're seeking guidance, something's jacked up somewhere. So that's why it doesn't matter. Usually, sometimes you can get more specific, maybe a little bit when doing signs. Obviously, more specific is personal readings. Um, but I like to include something that has the signs so that people might be drawn to that too. This is, but a lot of these messages are going to kind of go all together because we're dealing with a similar energy for whoever's going through something. Um, so this is going to be for water signs, and there's 6 questions, but then I give extra what advice, you know, chakra blocks we need to deal with, etc. Um, so you get a little bit more. I'm going to try to keep these quick. You know, before I was in the habit of giving a lot, um, hour-long readings, and sometimes people don't want to sit for an hour. You know, hey, less work for me, but I don't like to be too skimpy either because I feel like, well, what's the point? You're going to just tell me something I already know in a quick 2 cards, 2 card readings or whatever, like some people do. Hey, but some people like 2 card readings. Some people like to be hanging on, just being told what they kind of already know is the situation, but given no guidance towards any resolution. Everybody's different. But here I tried to give some guidance towards resolution because, well, that's what's going to help you, not two little cards, right? Um, but I'm still going to try to keep it brief. This is the vibration you're emitting. This is something that you need to be more open to receiving. This is what will come when you're more open. This is the next step that you have to take with a leap of faith. This is how can you manifest even more successfully. And this is a message from the universe, higher self, spirit guides, to kind of wrap it all up. And of course, we're going to get into overviews and advice and all of that. Um, I don't got no room over here. I got to put this against the wall in case I forget what the questions are. As I said, it's been a while. Um, First, let's start with the overview. And again, this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And this is going to cover, I don't know if I'm going to do them monthly or twice a month, covering 2 weeks at a time. We'll see. Since this is kind of the middle of the month, depending on how well this reading goes, again, I might do it just, once a month or twice. We'll see what happens. Um, Imagine. This is the overview. This is what Spirit's asking you to imagine possibilities. Or maybe something was all in your imagination and you need to let some shit go or something. Maybe a little bit of both. We don't know. We're going to look. Number 20. Of course, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell. You know the gist. It says I don't even like saying it because, again, it's like people got to feel it. People got to feel it. You shouldn't have to be told You're a grown-up. You shouldn't have to be told certain things. You know what I'm saying? Um, 20. Imagine. Essential meanings: turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imaginary and feelings, creativity and illusions. As I said, we're here to bust through illusions, as crappy as that's going to be. That's what's going to bring growth. That's what's going to bring change. That's what's going to bring better things. Sugar-coated lies did nothing for nobody. You know, it's usually the sour truths that are the rude awakenings that lead us to wisdom. The oracle's message: who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life that you want? You were gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. I said, unless it's some, like I want to be a turtle. I mean, we can't, we got to be realistic people. Hey, this is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver messages of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. Like I said, well, we want to be realistic in our imaginings and not living in the la la. You know what I'm saying? But, the see it, believe it, achieve it thing, making a vision board. What do you want your future to look like? What do you want to accomplish for yourself? What things do you want to change? Write it down. Put it up on a thing. Imagine it. Put that energy out there and then put in consistent effort to try to make that a possibility. Know when to cut your losses, know when something's a waste of time, or know when you need to invest more time. I said we've got to sit with things and exactly figure it out. Always some noise. It's always something. Relationship message: in matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means of connecting to that person. Oof, like I said, this is when, you know, the unpopularity comes in for me. Because again, we're not telling people what they want to hear, we're telling people what they need to hear. And if you need to let something go, I tell you need to let something go. And a lot of readers leave the cliffhanger going. So you're going there day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, because it's a general thing. You're always saying someone's thinking, someone's coming. So it leaves you hanging, leaves you waiting, leaves you stuck, leaves you stagnant. We don't want that. We don't want being in fantasy la la. Like I says, if people are showing up and putting in effort, that'll tell you. If they're not, that'll tell you. The sitting, wishing, hoping, waiting, dreaming is only stopping your life, putting it on hold for, again, maybe stuff that's all in your head. Who knows? I don't, because this is general. But you need to figure it out. Whatever shoe is yours, wear it. And move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Again, don't be waiting, you know, 20 years for something. Like, obviously shit is dead, or we need to plant some different seeds and some different dirt or something. Um, Relationships are about relating, so step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. So again, you can't keep thinking about stuff. You got to put into action. I said nobody's going to show up to your door. you know, you got to put yourself out there. You got to, we were talking about the bargaining yesterday. Well, I don't want to do it because I don't want to get hurt again. So again, we're swearing off everything and everybody because of past situations again, and not allowing ourselves to be happy or to live life, or living in fear mode, wanting to protect ourselves. So we're just not even taking a chance. We're not even, but we're still thinking and wishing and hoping and dreaming for it. For some people have to be by themselves. Some people are. It depends on what this is relating to for you. Woo woo, relationship stuff, career stuff, family. It's all whatever is the problem. Yeah. Um, but we're needing to imagine something better for ourselves. Prosperity message. This is a powerful time to get clear on how you create your prosperity, what it means to you to be prosperous, and what attributes you need to develop in yourself to make things happen. That's what we've been kind of touching on. Focus on oneself, because you don't want to be all jacked up looking for a partner thinking that's going to solve all your problems. That's going to make you happy. You can't place your happiness, your worth, your value, your whatever in another person. And a lot of people bounce from relationship to relationship because they can't stand being alone. Again, this is a wounding. This is something that needs to be addressed because it's unhealthy. A lot of people keep entering into dysfunctional stuff because, again, they're not looking at why this is happening. So being alone is actually a good thing, especially if you've been through something traumatic, especially that you've been through something that really woke you up to, you know, or it should have, who you are and how the fuck did I get here? That's kind of, and you really have to take a look at your own patterns, your own belief systems, your own conditioning, your own, again, to see how we kept, if you're a repeat offender, getting into the same kind of things or something, again, whatever is your shadow. There are so many. Um, but, now it's time to get clear and what it means to you to have, and what do you got to do to get, um, who do you need to be to live out your dreams? Can you imagine the kind of life you desire? Really imagine it without holding back the sheer force of your powers of creativity? This is again about not feeling good enough, afraid to put yourself out there, afraid you're going to fail, especially if you failed time and time and time again. Maybe it's because, again, there was things that you needed to learn or stuff you needed to fine tune, or it needed to be a completely different direction than you were on. Well, who knows? Um, but the winds of change are blowing. So get ready for prosperity. It's waiting for you to claim it now. Act as if, and your dreams will really come true. They say that if you keep saying "I wish" or "I want," there's a wording. That means that's coming from a place of lack. When you say "I affirm this," I already have it. It's different. It's like you're already claiming it. You're already speaking it. But if as you're already fulfilled, or it's already yours. Um, so watch even how you put out your requests. So say, act as if. They fake it till you make it. I guess maybe sometimes you gotta. Protection message: illusions and wishful thinking rooted in a sense of lack, see, I told you, have entered your life. Now may be the time to see things as they truly are and not as you hoped or imagined they would be. Release any fear, then envision anew. Perhaps you are anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating that image of disaster over and over in your mind. Like I said, not wanting to get hurt again, not wanting, so we're completely, you know, um, or if the fear of trying a new career again, fear of failing, it'll keep you, because really, it sucks. It sucks to constantly hit a block, or fall on your face, or get taught lessons. It sucks. There's no getting around that. But it was like the Rocky movie said, it's not how many times you get hit, it's how many times you get up and you keep going, whatever he said, you know. It's about not quitting on yourself, really, because when you let life or things that happen or relationships, if you let that keep you in the victim mode or keep you in the past or keep you stuck or keep you in fear, who's that doing a disservice to, them or you? Exactly. Um, Perhaps you're anticipating that something fearful might happen and recreating an image of disaster again over and over in your mind. The universe responds to such projections. Like I said, it's going to bring you what you're thinking. So if you're fearing being used by another jerk, so one will appear. You rang? You called? I am here. Let me jack up your life. The universe responds to such projections, so be aware of this catastrophizing. It's a big word. No matter what, illusions and awfulizing are a misuse of imagination. So clear the inner slate and stay grounded. Stay real. Keep it real. Only then can you truly have what you desire. And we have here sacral chakra, heart chakra. So obviously we're needing to open our heart. And this has to do with our feelings. This is usually sexual energy too. Again, whatever is going on here. Where is it? Can I show you? Completion. See, somebody's mourning someone. Remember we talked before too about somebody could have died. You know, and how we talked about that. I mentioned how that person still thinks of you from on the other side. That bond is never broken. You know, and that they see you mourning them. You know, and they feel bad they can't be with you. They feel bad that you're still holding on. You know, or this is you imagining the two of you. Yeah, but they're asking you to don't shut yourself out from having somebody else be in your life because of the lost love. Know that that connection's always there. Um, that's for some. Again, and I try to joke here, try to keep things light because let me tell you, this is heavy stuff. Just why I took a break, because it's heavy. It's heavy dealing with your own stuff, but it's also heavy taking on everybody else's storylines. So I don't mean to come across as so light that I am unsympathetic to somebody if they're in the shitter right now, because I know what that is like. And no matter how upbeat somebody is, no matter how positive somebody is, you don't even trying to hear that because you're not feeling it because you're hurt. And never mistake my life. I'm trying to, because I feel this stuff, and I try to deliver the messages in a way where it inspires some kind of hope, like it isn't the end. Like, because if I get too into the depressing feeling of all of this stuff, it will do none of us any good. So understand that I try to bring lightheartedness into shitty situations, but I'm not unsympathetic, believe me. Completion, the final sunset. So this is about, again, allowing cycles to end, laying things to rest. and imagining new possibilities. This is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life. You know, not looking at things that we've lost, but looking at what we still have, and what we can have. Um, Reflecting on again our own part in how the hell did I get here, and coming to peace with that. Again, learning the lessons, getting the aha moments, and applying them, but not letting whatever happened keep you from moving forward. You know, don't fear letting go. You know, I said if you're still clinging on to memories or grudges or whatever it is, it's still keeping you in that time period. It's still a way of connecting to that person, that situation, even if it's in anger or if it's in whatever. Um, or the depression or the sadness or whatever it is, it's keeping you in that time. It's keeping you connected to that person. You know, if you're dealing with people that you're still stalking on social media, looking at what they're doing, letting that get you all riled up. You know, it's only hurting you. And letting go is a hard thing, whatever it is you're needing to let go of. Because again, sometimes that's, you feel like that's your only connection to something or someone. And we fear letting that go because we can't imagine anything else or anyone else, you know, so we're stuck. Um, but they want you to imagine new things. They want you to imagine better things. They want you to let go of whatever it is that you need to let go of and be in the present moment, right? Um, a new beginning on the horizon. It's about achievement, determination, fulfillment, you know. Where there is no fulfillment, we need to move on. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if there's anything else here. Yeah, here, you know, self-worth, guilt, you know, being able to persevere. You know, if there's a block right now, maybe the block will unblock in the future. But in the meantime, we're needing to release and let go. It's all for your benefit to get out of this victim mindsets, victimhood, constantly being a victim because we haven't learned. Right, this is heart chakra. It's about grief again, trickery, being fools. Remember we had that fool me once, fool me twice. Again, a lot of people dealing with narcissists or just assholes in general. Um, Again, grieving, kicking ourselves in the ass, shoulda, woulda, coulda, whatever it is. It's also about wisdom, wisdom of the heart, you know, living and learning. I am not a victim. I choose to do what I'm doing. Well, it's again about accountability, recognizing our own bullshit so we're better equipped to recognize it in other people. You know what I'm saying? Psychology, I recommend it for everybody. Here again, in this card, um, oh no, that was a trickery. Never mind. I was going to say something else. But again, it's about growth, breakthrough, empowerment, or we're feeling blocked, blaming other people, again, past resentments, deluding oneself. You know, there's a potential because you know the acorn seed here. What does the acorn grow into? A big ass tree, right? There's always potential for something to become. Sorry, that's my squeaky table again. Um, Become something great. This is also about being in denial, needing to move forward, being honest with ourselves, assessing situations. How are my actions connected to my inability to create breakthroughs? Am I willing to make new choices in order to grow? So again, getting out of victim mindsets, victim mentality, because again, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Here, I can't see now. I need different glasses for far away. The vibration one's sending out. Oh my God, it's 25 minutes and I haven't even gotten here yet. Jesus Christmas. Four of Pentacles. So we're sending out this. We're not giving nothing. We're holding on to whatever we got left from whatever was taken. Fear mode. Holding back. Holding ourselves back from living, giving. It could be financial stuff going on here, feeling protective of ourselves, defensive, um, trying to be wise with what we invest in the future. Like I said, holding back. Remember the bargaining card that we had yesterday? Well, I'm not going to do it if I can't be guaranteed that this person is never going to be whatever. Well, we can't guarantee. That's what, and then the Rumi card that we got too was speaking about, in order to enjoy the rose, you have to be willing to get pricked by the thorns, which means you got to take a chance. There are no guarantees. They can't promise that, oh, yes, well, the next time around, it's just about living and learning and applying, seeing red flags, being honest with ourselves about situations, um, not in the la-la. But we can't be in fear mode because again, the walls that we put up also to protect ourselves is also what keeps things out, and we can't be afraid to take another chance or to give somebody new a chance because we fear again the worst, because again, as we think, so we create, right? Again, some people might, this deals with financial as well. A lot of people are broke. A lot of people aren't. And again, I speak about people needing to hold off. Again, people enter into relationships, all kinds of, have done no healing, got money problems. Again, people enter into situations unprepared, and thus they find themselves often in situations that are reflecting that. Entering into relationships for the wrong reasons, again, because we don't like to be alone, or we look for somebody to take care of us, or whatever's the problem going on here. Independence, self-sufficiency. This was a lot of the lessons that we covered on this channel before. Being okay on our own, working on our own. A lot of people had financial karma that they needed to overcome. No dependency. But some people, again, might be worried about finances too, career, and that's what they're asking you to focus on. The woo-woo comes later. Then you're in a better position because what are you bringing to the table? You got to look at what are you bringing to the table, and what is this other person bringing to the table? And if two people are bringing all kinds of junk food and crap, and because they haven't cleaned it up or whatever, it isn't going to be too good. So fear. This is what you're kind of holding up. Holding back, fearful, all of that. Something that you need to be more open in order to receive. We have the King of Cups in reverse here. Now this could you, male, female, doesn't matter. So you need to be maybe open to receiving love from a King of Cups, or you need, as a King of Cups, you need to be more open to receiving love yourself or giving love yourself, or both. You know what I'm trying to say. Jesus Christus. So we're needing to be more open with our emotions again and not being closed off, basically. Not being afraid. What we got here? Oh, obviously, yeah, manipulative people. Because again, King of Cups in reverse is usually someone who's emotionally manipulative. So a lot of people dealing with narcissists, and that coming out of that gate, after dealing with that, it's a tough one because it completely destroys your self-esteem when you realize what that situation was about, if you really went through something. And to trust somebody else again, to trust even yourself, because you're thinking, oh my God, the whole thing was a lie. When you figure out that every time that person said they cared, or every time it's like that movie Sleeping with the Enemy, laying next to you every night and is totally not for you. It's tough to trust again, big time. Like it says, even trust in yourself, your own judgment. How can I be sure I won't be fooled again? Well, you can't, but you gotta take what you learn, and as soon as you see some shit, you better address it. And whatever reaction you get or whatever, that'll tell you. Nip things in the bud quick. But these narcissists, man, they're smooth talkers, and they tell you everything that you want to hear. It's scary. It's scary. I ain't gonna lie. To try to trust somebody else again, or even to even want to go down that road, because again, it's so destroying, those situations. That's why you better just take what you learned, but don't let them win. All right. What else we got here? Leads to sorry, codependency. That's, like I said, a lot of people that deal with narcissists are codependents. Maybe they grew up, and I said, what did love look like to me as a child? If it was dysfunctional, that's what I learned. That is what it is. So thus I repeat in my adult relationships. Watch out for that. Even the emotional manipulation you do to yourself, watch out for that. We got to be honest, right? See things as they are. Struggling with self-deception or deceptions of others. As I said, the trust issue is a problem for a lot of people now. What will come when you're more open with your heart, more open to receiving new things? We have Six of Swords in reverse. This speaks about, in reverse, carrying baggage. Cannot move on. Depression. Just getting through the days. Listlessness. Lacking energy and motivation. Just getting by. Trying to move on from the past, but we can't. Challenges, unresolved issues, doubts, but needing to move forward to better our future. Resisting transition. That's why we're needing the completion, right? New relationships. Again, fearful of entering into new things because we haven't moved on from the past thing. We're still carrying the baggage from that. Then it will affect current and future relationships if we don't deal with it. If we don't deal with whatever this was. So when we become more open, we'll be able to reverse all of that, right? And then we have here, what is the next step that you need to take? The leap of faith. Well, we need to get out of hermit mode, right? We need to stop hiding out like the Grinch up in the thing. Um, again, isolation, loneliness, withdrawal. You know, maybe we spent time in reflection. We spent time learning. We spent time healing. And now, since we do that, we gotta, so we got we're in the threshold, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We need to let go of whatever residual fears that we may have and try to step out into the world again. Because, none's going to show up to the door. Um, focusing inward, looking for answers, understanding the truth and wisdom that you seek is within. Contemplate your motives, your values, your principles, soul searching, self-discovery, needing to be alone. Again, maybe just to heal. But now is the time that we're needing to come out of this hermit, looking at life with a deeper spiritual perspective. And not settling, looking for people that are on our new level, right? Because sometimes when you entertain things that are not on your level, it brings you back. Because it's, you know what I'm saying? Life paths, purpose. We're needing to come out of hermit mode and discover that. And we got 8 of Wands here. It's about taking action, right? How can you manifest even more successfully? Where you can take some action, or maybe some of you might be thinking about moving, because this is about movement, travel, fast. It's communication. It's also the arrows of love. You know, movement that propels you forward to reach your goals. Enthusiasm, energy, focus, will, concentration, determination. Striking while the iron's hot. The time is now. Just trying to encourage yourself to get moving. Be mindful not to rush into things without a clear plan. Again, living and learning. Try to figure out where you're headed, where you want to head to. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What you want to be? Right? But be mindful. Be mindful. And then we have here the message from the higher self, from the universe, is the world. This is about, again, completing cycles. This could also mean travel, distance. Again, when we spoke about before that the communication might be coming in from somebody who could be at a distance from you. Someone could be traveling to come to see you. This could be new people. Could be old people. I don't know. This is general, but this is about, again, allowing things to cycle out, going out into the world, completion of a journey, a new beginning, being future looking, accomplishment, victory, like the Wheel of Fortune. Again, cycles. This is also about Saturn. Saturn usually is about long-rooted shite, usually karmic stuff. So it's, again, learning karmic lessons. Some people might have someone else who's on your thing, another soulmate or something that's coming along, but we're needing to clean some stuff up, let go of our fears so we can be open to that. Coming full circle, enduring hardships and challenges, again, and persevering, attaining long-held dreams. Like I says, maybe there's something you've always wanted to try, you always wanted to do. Something that could be but we're needing to let go to receive. Attainment of enlightenment, evolution. Again, new beginnings after a cycle. There'll be again world travel. Everybody is, I don't know, everybody's got different stuff going on here. Inner child. That's what we deal with here. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care because that's what needs to be healed. That's usually where the wounding starts. And that's important to, again, like I said, long-held dreams, maybe since childhood. Maybe there's something that you've always wanted since childhood. And maybe there's a potential for that to manifest if you believe that it can. But you can't be clinging on to past failures, rejections, or whatever, and let that determine where you go from where you've been. Giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. There you are. And integrity. I trust my ability to know what is true for me. Integrity is doing the right things for the right reasons. And the right thing for you to do is to heal, love yourself, nurture yourself, believe in yourself, and don't let past people, belief systems, or situations hold you back from achieving things that maybe you've always dreamt of or that are possible, because we're stuck in victim mode here and we're not being open and we're not moving on and we're hiding out from the world. You know what I'm saying? Be still and know that I am God. So it's believe in that. Again, the universe is always rooting for your highest and best. And don't let this third dimension and the conditioning and the things that you go through here let you lose sight of the great being that you are. We forget all that when we come here, and we let our life situations create who we think we are or what we think we deserve. And a lot of it is based in bullshit, lies. Lies that we've told ourselves, lies that other people have told us, that have over time created the illusion that needs to be taken out. All is well in my world. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe. That's what it says. They're letting you know. Don't be fearful. You know, don't be fearful. You're safe. And we're never going to be exempt from pain. We're never going to be exempt from hurt. We're never going to be exempt from running into assholes or people trying to use you or take advantage of you, whatever. You just got to be wiser, and you got to still live life, because otherwise you might as well be dead too, right? What the hell are you waiting for? Spirit says. It's time to take action. You are a co-creator with the universe. Don't just coast. I'm just talking about just floating through, going through the days, like just existing and not living. Right? Don't just coast, get the let out. Procrastination never pays. Whatever it is you are putting off, it's time to address it. Again, this could be just your own stinking thinking. They don't care. Keep it moving. So again, some people might be clinging to stuff, people, situations that aren't serving you, right? Or you may think that somebody doesn't care, but maybe they do. Again, it depends. Whatever comes, comes. Whatever goes, goes. Whoever shows up and is showing effort and consistency, see what happens. People that aren't, deuces. It's hard to say deuces, but that's why they're telling you you can't. But you can't keep clinging. You can't keep, because it's not gonna. You know what I'm saying? Have you asked your angels for help with this? Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. So again, it says, hey, please show me, please guide me, please help me, please give me strength. Clear yourself. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you have absorbed. And Archangel Michael, you're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through the situation. Archangel Michael, I got this card earlier too. Yeah, he is, never mind, I won't say. But just know that the universe is trying to co-create with you, but you got to meet them halfway, right? Let go. Choose a new direction. Helpful people. So again, the universe is trying to help you, or maybe you're needing to find people that can help you get to the next step, whether that's in career, help you get out into the world, friends, family, therapy, whatever it is you were hoping for. If it's meant to be, it'll find its way. If it's not meant to be, you're still doing you. You know, for in this moment in time, they want you to choose a new direction, and the direction is about improving yourself. Because at the end, it's, you know, like I said, people enter into relationships still unhealed, still unaware of their own shit, with all kinds of problems again, and you're attracting somebody who's probably got the same, and then it's just going to be, you want to be whole. You want to be the person, you want to meet somebody that fits a certain bill. Well, you got to fit a certain bill. Are you ready? If somebody showed up tomorrow, are you ready? You got your shit together? You got your, you know? So this is what they're saying. Don't focus on the woo-woo. Focus on the you. And then once you become better, once you get your shit together, when somebody comes in, there'll be a better match for you at that vibration. And then you'll have a better experience. Not to say that you won't still attract assholes, because assholes are also attracted to, or narcissists are attracted to successful people, because again, they don't care what you, if you got nothing or you got something, if they can get it from you, they don't care if you're rich or poor. But it says that just because you become a certain way too, you're never going to be free from the moths to the flame. Sometimes even the more you got, the better, more confident you are, the more attacks you get. That's why you got to be strong within yourself. You got to know who you are so you can know what you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And let go too of the time frame, the needing to know when, who, what, where. Just let it flow. Let it surprise you. Let it, you know what I'm saying? Know that you are gifted. You're going to share one of your gifts with the world today. Right? This is what the universe is saying. Share your gifts. Cultivate your talents. Focus on things that make you shine. And that way, again, you'll match that. I am a generous person. I'm going to give someone a gift today. This is about, again, not being like this. We want to be generous. This is another theme. Generous, again, with ourselves, our time, our whatever. If you're in hermit mode and you're closing everybody out, you're not giving of yourself. You're not experiencing life the way it should be experienced. You're shut down, closed off, wounded, hurt. Just, this is not, like it says, it's not good for you. I am a good teacher. I'm going to teach someone how to do something today. I said, I'm a water sign. I'm a Pisces. I got a lot of water in my chart. So I said, maybe these are for me because I'm helping you guys. You know, as I said, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Now, this is based in cognitive behavioral therapy, what you can think, what you can do, and how you can just be, right? Think, finding contentment within. Notice today when you're telling yourself, I'll be happy when, or I can't be happy because. Again, it's the argue enough for your own limitations and show that they are yours, right? We usually blame our feelings on our circumstances, our health, our income, how others treat us, but people find ways to be content in the worst conditions and miserable in the best. This is true. You see all the time people in poor countries or poor, you see the little kids, there's one ball in the whole village and they all play with it and they're happy. And then you can have somebody that's got a shit ton of stuff and they're still miserable. It's got to come from within, making the best with what you got and still trying to find joy. Because if you're always comparing yourself to somebody else or wanting something that you don't have, or you're never going to, it's always going to be, you're always going to be chasing it instead of just knowing that it's available to you in the moment if you want to see things differently. Just hearing the birds singing, watching a sunset. I mean, there are so many things that God gives us, even in nature or in music or things that can bring you joy. You know, of course, the biggest joy is going to come when you discover your own light. And when you share that light with others and you protect that light because you realize the value of it, you know, that'll also bring you inner peace. True contentment lies in opening to your life just as it is. Again, just being happy with what you appreciating what you had. Gratitude, you know, more gratitude, less attitude, right? Because if you find something to be grateful for, if you keep saying thank you for every time I see it, thank you for the birds, thank you. I always say that, you know. When I see homeless people or something, I say, bless them, bless them. Or I see somebody who's disabled or something, I always say in my mind, bless them, because people can't be, everybody's going through their own stuff. Life's hard for everybody, you know, but I'm getting on a tangent here. It can start right now exactly where you are. So, again, appreciate. Stop being in lack mindsets. What you can do, sleep. Check up. How many of these sleep-related behaviors do you do? No screens in the bedroom, a bedtime routine, not using alcohol to fall asleep, a consistent sleep schedule, getting natural light in the morning, a cool, quiet, and dark bedroom, getting out of bed if you can't sleep, no caffeine after lunchtime, no naps late in the day, consistent exercise. If you scored lower than an 8, aim to make one improvement this week. So some of you might be having sleep problems. Again, we had the other card with psychological problems might be a factor here. You know, I've gone through that too, where the insomnia, because anxiety is really bad, depression is really, it says I don't speak what I do not know. And a lot of times, you know, off sleep cycles or if we're too much in our thoughts, it's affecting. So we're needing to maybe make some adjustments here to try to get more sound sleep and rest so that we can feel refreshed and we can be productive, right? Um, Not spend too much time in the lowest sleeping all day or just what the card says. You know, if you got sleeping problems, just like in my intro says there, if you can't sleep at night and you're wondering why, maybe God's trying to tell you something. And that's why you're here. B, listen with presence. Pay close attention to someone you talk with today. Focus intently on what they're saying, their eyes, their body language, and their facial expression. Notice what happens when you bring your full presence to your interactions. So this is, again, I take this as the cues, the red flags, always paying attention to, as when people show you who they are, believe them. Um, Listen with presence. Be aware, so you can weed things out, so you can avoid things that you don't want to repeat. Same types of people, situations, or whatever. Um, Even as far as what you put out there, what is your how are you presenting yourself to the world? Are you presenting yourself as someone who's been hurt and victimized and closed off and walking wounded and fearful and whatever? Then and who's going to approach someone like a narcissist will? Let me tell you, they love broken people. Um, Again, it's paying attention again how you're showing up. What is your body language saying? What is your face saying? Is it long and forlorn, or is it welcoming? Someone that you might bump into at the coffee shop. You never know. So this was said. It's telling you to prepare yourself, work on yourself, get your energy in a place where you can be open to receiving something better, whether that's in the form of a person, a mindset, change in your physical appearance, whatever it is. It's about checking yourself and what it is that you need to do to make improvements to get yourself on a new tip. And on that note, like I said, this will be for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to decide on if I'm going to do just again once a month or every 2 weeks for this, because sometimes if the message seems to be redundant, I'm not going to bother doing twice. Maybe you need the whole month to absorb all of this. So we shall see. But this is going to be for the next 2 weeks. Um, so hopefully you got something out of it, and hopefully we're going to see some new things showing up during the next law of attraction. Hopefully we see that we're emitting different energies and see what's coming in. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.